Hi, I'm Hillary Kennedy, and this is the USU Soccer Show. Last month we had a great show, and I wanted to say thank you for the emails and comments on our Facebook page. If you missed the show, you can watch full episodes for free on our YouTube page or on ususoccer.org. It's June, which means that the USU Soccer National Championship Series is in full swing, and many of you are already on the road to Oklahoma. We'll hear about a program in Colorado using soccer to teach kids lessons they'll use for life. See how professional team FC Dallas is using the science of soccer to interest kids in other areas. Catch up with a club out of Portland who's encouraging the lost art of free play, and much, much more. Everyone starts somewhere, and we recently followed the largest traveling recreational tournament, the Kohl's American Cup, to its stop in New Mexico, where we saw some great soccer and a lot of fun.
I think it's important to support recreational soccer because I think it creates a passion for the game in general, a fan base for it. It gives the kids a great outlet for exercise, and I think the game itself is about sportsmanship and fun for everyone.
It's important to remind our kids, and as well as the parents and coaches, that soccer is supposed to be fun, because at this point it's all about learning the skills and improving our fundamentals and teamwork. And so it's important to remind them that soccer is to do those things as well as have a great time.
I think playing soccer helps teach at least my child how to actually develop a friendship with all the players that she meets throughout the years, and then how to also develop a discipline, not only on the field but off the field and in the classroom. When you play sports, you learn things along the way, and it helps better develop you along life.
We choose to have Kohl's come to New Mexico each year because we think it's a great offset to our competitive environment here. Kohl's is about kids coming out and having a great time and a lot of fun. The Kohl's staff that comes out brings a great interactive area, and it seems to be a great opportunity for our families on Mother's Day. That's when we always have it scheduled here.
I think these kids will look back on their days playing youth soccer with a lot of happiness on the friendships that they've made on the team, as well as the particular skills that they've been able to showcase on the field, as well as that boost of confidence that they've gained by seeing that success play out on the field.
I think kids take away from recreational soccer lifelong friendships, memories. I think they take away, again, a good physical opportunity to run around and have fun. And I think that families are become units when they have kids or offspring that play soccer. And I think overall they take away a good experience.
What the kids will look back on and remember about youth soccer, I assume the peaks and valleys that come with all sports, the winning, the losing, the good times and the bad. But generally speaking, you know, it's all about having fun and growing as a young man or young woman and progressing through sports. And hopefully those lessons that you learn on the soccer field will translate in life.
Playing for fun without coaches and guidelines has really become a lost art in our day and age, when safety and scholarships have been at the forefront in parents' minds. But the idea of unstructured play has a huge impact on a child's creativity and love for the game. We found out about a club in Portland who's doing something to encourage players to do just that.
Pickup play has declined because of the over-adultification of youth soccer. That is, adults take too much charge of too many things. Our organizational skills that we have in youth soccer are a big plus, but also a big negative. The big plus is that the organizational skills and the involvement of the grown-ups has caused many new soccer clubs to pop up all across the country over the last decade, and for a lot of existing soccer clubs to grow and get bigger and stronger. The negative side of it is the adults are involved in everything. We over-organize even the little under sixes as to uniforms and times and schedules of games and schedules of practices for every age group of the kids, and the players aren't really left to themselves to be able to make some of their own decisions, to take charge, take control of their own game.
The idea behind Pickup Play is to organize their own games and really have a freedom to play the game on their own terms, where they want to be creative, dribble, pass. They get to make their own decisions without feeling like somebody's criticizing them or judging them or trying to get them to change how they play.
It is different playing here opposed to playing with my club because there's no refs and we just get to have fun and create our own teams.
Here at PCU, we organized a free play night at Portland Futsal so that they could just show up. It was an hour-and-a-half slot that the parents could come bring their players. They could organize their own teams, set it all up, and nobody was to interfere, no coaches, none of the parents could interfere with it. The kids were completely responsible for how the games were set up, how many played against how many, and all the terms of the games.
Well, the difference when we play here is that when we play here, it's less organized and we kind of have to figure things out on our own.
I think free play can help kids enjoy the sport that they play even more because they're playing on their terms. Every kid that's ever come back from playing in free play just said they loved every second of it. They are just free to play how they want to play and not playing how they think somebody else wants them to play, whether that's their coach or their parent.
They're certainly improving in their ball skills just by the frequency of contact with the ball, but they also have that opportunity in those games to experiment with the ball, to try new skills and new things that they might not do in the scheduled league match that they would have otherwise. They get a chance to experiment with perhaps playing different positions and different spots on the field, both when they're attacking and when they're defending. But one of the other things that they get to learn is an intangible. It's the leadership skills, it's the cooperation and communication with the other kids, just to be able to get the game up and going, just to be able to organize themselves as to who plays in which team, how big is the field going to be, what's going to count as the goals, is it going to be a real goal, or we're going to use a couple of equipment bags as our goals, whatever it might be. It's that talking, organization, cooperation, communication with other kids that actually is going to help them to grow as people, but very much as soccer players.
We organized teams by really just whoever wanted to play on a team could play on that team. We didn't really have that strict rules.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's 4 versus 4.
It's crazy playing without a coach because there's no advice and you don't really know what position and you don't know who's gonna start or what position.
I think parents and clubs can encourage free play by just encouraging kids to get out there and play the sport that they love, whether it's in the park or in their street or wherever, or even organizing free play as we've done. I just think it's super important for kids to be able to play the game on their terms and really develop a love for the sport.
This month, the U.S. women's national team head to Canada to represent the United States in the biggest celebration of women's soccer, the FIFA World Cup. Let's take a look at how the team was feeling heading into battle.
So in terms of the team, the preparation this year, we've done a build-up of heavy fitness initially, and then the focus has shifted to more gameplay, more high-intensity intervals, and now it's really making sure the players are game fit. This camp, Jill really wanted to try and mimic some of the the kind of pattern of the World Cup in terms of a game, 3 or 4 days, maybe it's travel, another game. So, you know, we started off in LA, then we've trained for a week, we've then travelled up to San Jose, which again is not too indifferent to what they might do in the World Cup. So again, the players are used to, you know, packing light, travel, get there, train straight away, train, play a game and travel on.
We're going to be here, there, and everywhere with this World Cup, and you know, it's part of our job, just kind of being able to adapt to any condition and you know, pick up and just be able to focus on game day. And I think that this camp is helping to prepare us to do that.
Well, that's the greatest part, is that we are trying to mimic exactly what we're going to have to do in Canada. 7 games in a short amount of time is very hard to do, and so we have to really know how to take care of our bodies.
Ice bathing is really important for recovery. It's not the most pleasant thing in the world, but we do everything we can do to be ready for tomorrow.
There's so many things that I wish I knew when I was your age. I've learned that you have to give 100% every single day. There's 7 games, and the way that I train is not to just be good for a couple games. My body is ready to go, if need be, for 7 games straight. But I think there's something about this World Cup. There's so much media coverage, there's so much hype. We are drawing in so many fans. We've got, I think, 20,000 some tickets sold here in LA. We had 18 last game, we had 35,000 in St. Louis. If we win this thing, it can just blow up women's soccer. And I think that that's just really empowering. All eyes are on us. We know that we have pressure, and I think that I'm just really looking forward to the journey. I've worked so incredibly hard to get here, and for this being my 3rd World Cup. It was a bronze, it was a silver, and hopefully 3rd time's the charm will be the gold.
It's summer, and that means time to sit back and relax with friends, right? Not if you want to play at the top level someday. USU Soccer teamed up with the Sports Source, an online collegiate counselor that gives families the tools they need to begin planning for the future. You can start planning for your future right now, even if you're just a freshman. Here's former college coach and current USU Soccer Director of Coaching, Sam Snow, to give you a tip on what you can be doing right now.
Determine if you have done or could be doing the following to make your path to college an easier one. Performing in the classroom and on the field. Assessing your strengths as a player and student athlete. Beginning the college identification process early, freshman and sophomore years in high school. Eliminating those college programs from your search that are not a good fit for you academically, athletically, or financially. Evaluating your options as a student first and an athlete second. Selecting 7 to 10 compatible college programs based on your needs and ability. Choosing the one college or university that best fits your needs and abilities. The right choice for you means that it fully meets your objectives of a degree plan and athletic program, all at a cost you and your family can afford.
For more great tips, check out college planning under the player tab on ususoccer.org. Now don't forget, you can always find us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, where we're always giving away free stuff, posting action shots, and more. Make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram for great photos, and on Twitter for the latest news and more. Well, it's time now for a break. When we return, we'll hear about how FC Dallas teamed up with some engineers to talk about the science of soccer and hear about a Soccer for Success program out of Colorado. All this and more when we return to the USU Soccer Show.
Rise and shine. 6 a.m. and your hand can't make it to the alarm clock before the voices in your head start telling you that it's too early, too dark, and too cold to get out of bed. Aching muscles lie still in rebellion, pretending not to hear your brain commanding them to move. A legion of voices are shouting their unanimous permission for you to hit the snooze button and go back to dreamland. But you didn't ask their opinion. The voice you've chosen to listen to is one of defiance. A voice that says there was a reason you set that alarm in the first place, So sit up, put your feet on the floor, and don't look back, because we've got work to do. Welcome to the grind. For what is each day but a series of conflicts between the right way and the easy way? 10,000 streams fan out like a river delta before you, each one promising the path of least resistance. Thing is, you're headed upstream. And when you make that choice, when you decide to turn your back on what's comfortable and safe and what some would call common sense, well, that's day one. From there, it only gets tougher. So just make sure this is something you want, because the easy way out will always be there, ready to wash you away. All you have to do is pick up your feet. But you aren't going to, are you? With each step comes the decision to take another. You're on your way now, but this is no time to dwell on how far you've come. You're in a fight against an opponent you can't see, but oh, you can feel him on your heels, can't you? Feel him breathing down your neck. You know what that is? That's you. Your fears, your doubts, and insecurities all lined up like a firing squad, ready to shoot you out of the sky. But don't lose heart. While they're not easily defeated, they are far from invincible. Remember, this is the grind, the battle royale between you and your mind, your body, and the devil on your shoulder who's telling you that this is just a game. This is just a waste of time. Your opponents are stronger than you. Drown out the voice of uncertainty with the sound of your own heartbeat. Burn away your self-doubt with a fire lit beneath you. Remember what we're fighting for, and never forget that momentum is a cruel mistress. She can turn on a dime with the smallest mistake. She is ever searching for the weak place in your armor, that one tiny thing you forgot to prepare for. So as long as the devil is hiding the details, the question remains, is that all you got? Are you sure? And when the answer is yes, when you've done all you can to prepare yourself for battle, then it's time to go forth and boldly face your enemy, the enemy within. Only now you must take that fight into the open, into hostile territory. You're a lion in a field of lions, all hunting the same elusive prey with a desperate starvation that says victory is the only thing that can keep you alive. So believe that voice that says you can run a little faster, and you can throw a little harder, and that for you, the laws of physics are merely a suggestion. Luck is the last dying wish of those who want to believe that winning can happen by accident. Sweat, on the other hand, is for those who know it's a choice. So decide now, because destiny waits for no man. And when your time comes and 1,000 different voices are trying to tell you you're not ready for it, listen instead to that lone voice of dissent. The one that says you are ready, you are prepared. It's all up to you now. So rise and shine.
Hi, and welcome back to the USU Soccer Show. Nearly 10,000 teams started the National Championship Series journey at the state cup level. If you know a team or a player you want to follow on the road to OK, check out championships.ususoccer.org, where we'll have daily stories and photos from the regional events. If you can't wait until the end of the day, follow us on Facebook or Twitter at USYSNCS, where there will be constant updates. Next month will mark the 2015 National Championships, where the best 96 teams in the country will converge on Oklahoma to showcase their skills. Soccer for Success is a free after-school program that uses soccer to promote healthy lifestyles in urban underserved communities. Our friends at Colorado Rapids Youth Soccer teamed up to provide these opportunities to over 2,500 kids in the Denver metro area. Let's hear more about it.
Soccer for Success is a free after-school soccer program that was developed by the U.S. Soccer Foundation to help combat childhood obesity, juvenile delinquency, and help kids make healthy choices in urban, underserved communities around the country.
I think it's really cool to teach children about nutrition, especially right now when childhood obesity in our country is on the rise. I think it's really important that children understand the importance of healthy bodies and a healthy lifestyle going into the future. And also, as a soccer player, I think it's really great that we get to provide soccer to so many children for free, and that they get to enjoy the world's game instead of using the pay-to-play model, which is, I feel, very prevalent in our country.
Soccer positively impacts these kids' lives on a variety of levels. Number one, it teaches them teamwork. It teaches them how to communicate and cooperate with other kids, and that is a tool that they will use for the rest of their lives.
The program has 4 main components: physical activity, which is the soccer piece. The kids get to play 90 minutes of soccer 3 days a week. Nutrition is the second piece. We get a healthy snack right after school before the kids come out for soccer. They also have nutrition education incorporated into all of the curriculum. So all of our coaches are often giving little nuggets of information about different colors of vegetables or favorite healthy snacks throughout the practices, so that the kids have bits of information they can take home and share with their family.
What else is cheese and yogurt and milk? What else is in there?
A vitamin D.
It starts with the C.
Nutrition is important for like your energy and your health. I learned today about vitamin A, and vitamin A is like carrots and vegetables and stuff.
Soccer teaches you so many great things about becoming the person that you want to be. I think it teaches you teamwork. I think it teaches you perseverance. And I also think it allows them to bond with peers in a team environment, which I think is very special for kids that are involved in sports.
I learned that to pass and talk. Like, cause if you're next to the goal, and if you're talking and you're saying, hey, and then somebody's like right there, you could pass it to them, and then they could pass it to you, and you can make a goal.
They also get this mentor, a soccer coach, can be a huge influence on someone's life. The fact that so many kids in the country don't have mentors and don't have someone that's stable and that they can depend on, providing this soccer coach for them, someone that's cheering them on and something they're so excited about, and someone that's just there for them every day, someone they can rely on, is a really important thing.
Coach Chavez, he's cool and he's really funny, and he's very good at soccer.
One of my favorite parts of this program is opening and closing circles, and that's when you get to sit down and check in with your players and see how everyone's doing. And you know, coaching on the club side or different coaching, that's not really an option usually. You got to go straight into your practice, you got to get everything done. And to have that already built into the curriculum, that you get to check in with your players and make sure everyone's having a good day, and you know, watch those kids that aren't, I think is really important for these kids.
I want these kids to love soccer. I want these kids to love being active, which I think is while we're using soccer as kind of our method for that, the big thing is that they're outside and they're playing and that they're being active all day. So I want them to learn to love being active and learn to love being a part of a team and being a part of something that's bigger than themselves.
Well, that's our show for this month. Thanks again for watching. If you have a story you want to see on the show, send us an email at theshow@usyouthsoccer.org. To watch this and previous shows, check out our YouTube page at youtube.com/usyouthsoccer. I'm Hillary Kennedy, and until next time, get out and get in the game.